Hey again. So, three quick things before I get started with what I want to actually talk about. One, I haven't made a video in a really long time because I just moved and I've been really tired. So, that's that. But I'm making a video now, so that's making up for that. Two, I'm lame and I still haven't figured out how to edit videos, um, but that I will learn when someone teaches me. Literally, I could go on YouTube and learn how to edit a video, but I'm just lazy, I guess. I don't really know why, but I'll get on that because people who get to edit their videos are so much cooler, obviously, and everything looks fancy and fresh, and um, they get to do things like make mistakes in their video. So they're like, oh yeah. And so then Channing Tatum was totally with us on that night. And then, like, in the corner, they're just like, actually, it wasn't Channing Tatum, it was Chris Fowler or something, whatever. But they know how to edit things to put the little boxes in the corner that, like, correct whatever they're saying, or they're just like, oh, sorry that the sound is so muffly in my video. Anyway, and third thing, the thumbnails that YouTube does, I mean, I feel like everyone who makes videos knows this, that the thumbnails that they make pick the best, like, of all the moments to choose a still. You choose the one where I'm like, in the video, that's gonna be one, I'm sure. Or just like, it catches you when you're like mid word, or like eyes closed. So it's not very cute. Anyway, what I actually want to talk about might come out kind of convoluted because it's a thought and process, but I thought I'd share it because it's been on my mind lately. Um, it's the idea of being yourself. Now, I feel like that's something that maybe people throw around all the time, and they're kind of like, you need to be yourself, or I don't know, whatever the concept of that idea is. And it's true, you should be yourself. But recently, I have been adopting the idea of being unapologetically you. Now, I'm introverted. I'm the epitome of hermit, homebody. That's me. Most of the time, I mean, I do go out and socialize because I'm human and I do like to go out and have fun and whatever. But I definitely, more often than not, would prefer to do a lot of solo activities where I'm just driving in my car jamming to music, or sitting on my couch reading a book, or going for a walk or a run all by my lonesome. And you know what? That's just fine by me. But I do get a lot of flack from friends about it and why I don't want to be social, but that's not really true. They're just lying. I go out enough to appease friendships. Um, but anyway, the point is, I get a lot of flack for that, and I feel like there are things that every individual person enjoys, like with their time, or not even just the way you spend your time, but the things that you're interested in, as far as, um, that's not what I meant to say. And if I could edit videos, I would just cut this part out, but I don't know how. But it's more like the things that you stand up for, the things that you believe in, the things that you hate or dislike, or things that are pet peeves to you, or the things that you say and the way that you say them, or the way that you dress. And you know what? I feel like all of those things, we all just need to learn to accept that that is who you are, and not to cover it up because you want to appease others or be something that everyone else accepts when you're not really being true to yourself, even though you can get by. Like, do you want to just be a mediocre version of what everybody else wants you to be or expects you to be? Or do you want to be the best version of yourself because you're the only person who can pull off being you, right? Like, everybody is living a life. Everybody has their own life to live. So let everybody do what they want to do. If people don't like you wearing orange pants because you look like you just came out of prison, then forget everybody else. You know what I mean? They don't have to wear orange pants that look like they came out of prison because they don't like them. And you know what? That is also fine. But if you like to wear orange pants, then wear orange pants. I just feel like there's a lot of things that um, people kind of get down on themselves about, and I'm not exempt from this. I think that I exhibit that kind of behavior myself, where I'm kind of like, oh no, like I shouldn't have said that. I sounded like such a loser. Well, guess what? That's how I talk, and or that's how I behave, and I'm not gonna apologize for it because that's just who I am. Yeah, I thought that that joke was funny. Like, no one else laughed. Big deal. But the point is, you're being true to yourself, and I feel like that is where you're gonna find your most happiness and the most joy out of life, when you're really just validating the fact that you don't have to think like everybody else and follow a cookie cutter robot life. You can just kind of do your own thing, and that it's okay. And sometimes that means you're by yourself, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. That just means you're by yourself, and you won't always be alone, but that's, that just takes courage. That just means you're being brave. Um, I don't know. You're being brave to just, I don't know, loss of words. But my point is, I think it's time for more people to be unapologetically themselves. So, for the next week, why don't you try to do that? Try to when you try to catch yourself when you kind of get down on yourself for saying like, oh man, that was a really stupid thing to say, or like, oh, it was a really stupid thing to do, or man, I wish I could like go back. No regrets. It is what it is. It's happened. It's in the past. Let it go, and just accept that that's who you are. I think that's the easiest way to go about it, because young adulthood is difficult, and I don't think enough people give us credit for getting through our 20-somethings. But yeah, so give that a shot. Let me know how it works out. I hope that's kind of helpful. I feel like it should be. Try it out.